Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Liverpool career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And as always, guys, at the start of today's episode, we're going to look at the games that are coming up. We've got Spurs at home in the Premier League. We then have Barnsley FC in the round of 16 Carabao Cup. And then we move into the month of November. And on the 2nd of November, we face off against the newly promoted team, Aston Villa, away from home in the Premier League. Now, how we left it in the previous episode is I said we were going to play Spurs, we were going to play Barnsley, and we were going to simulate Aston Villa. And that is exactly what we're going to do. Spurs are a top 6 team, and I think realistically, we're at Anfield. We want to be playing as many home games as we can. Although EA tend to make it a little bit easier for you when you simulate home games, against Spurs, it's a game that we can't miss. It's one of the top 6 teams. It's a team that's battling for a Champions League spot right now. I do believe they're down in 5th position. We have to play that game. Then we have Barnsley FC, and although I think we'd probably dominate them if we did simulate the game, the fact we're now into the round of 16 with only 4 stages to go, the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semi-finals, and then of course the final, I think it's about time we start playing these games and taking them a lot more seriously. Although we've been playing a lot of youngsters in the Carabao Cup, I may well be playing a lot of youngsters as well as playing some top players. Although saying that, we only have a 2-day rest in between those 2 games. And then of course the game against Aston Villa, we will of course be simulating. We'll put out the best team we possibly can and hope to get the win there. But a few things to touch up on at the start of today's episode, guys, and hopefully you're going to stick around to listen to these because these are very important. But to start off, we will look at the comments on the previous episode. We have a comment coming in from Ethan LFC once again. Ethan, thank you so much for all the comments recently, mate. You're absolutely smashing it. And it says, great video, Brad. Can't wait for the stream. And I'll be in school, but as soon as I'm home, I'll be right there. Well, in a moment, I'm going to touch up on something about the live stream, guys. So stick around. You definitely need to hear this. We've also had a comment from Kai Barnett saying, Brad, where do you think the Man United will place in the Premier League in real life? He's a United fan, and he thinks that it's going to be a fight to not get relegated if you don't get a new manager. I don't think Man United are going to get relegated. I think they definitely need a manager. I think at the time, the board at Manchester United panicked and put Ollie at the wheel. Unfortunately, the wheels have now fell off. I think you definitely need a new manager. It kind of goes to show, though, when you had Jose Mourinho, he kind of lost the players, and he said in an interview to players, if they go against you, they go against you. I feel like the same has maybe happened with Ollie, because it seems like the players don't want to play for him, and unfortunately the team and fans are suffering at the moment. Moving on, we got Kura the Creator with hashtag free Bruno Fernandes. I'm not 100% sure what that hashtag means. I did ask him what's with the hashtag. I'm debating whether it's because we're not playing him enough, but we will certainly be playing him in the game against Barnsley FC. We will be starting him for his second time starting for Liverpool. Sakura, if you want to see more of Bruno Fernandes, you'll certainly see that in today's episode. But as we go back to Ethan's comment about he can't wait for the stream, I'll put on screen right now for you guys. I'll also tell you, use the hashtag livestream. It doesn't matter if it's a capital L or a lowercase l, capital S. It doesn't really matter, but hashtag livestream. And I want you guys to comment with some comments you'd like me to answer in the 24-hour live stream video that's going up on the 18th. Now, we'll just check. It's the 10th today. So a week tomorrow, so the 11th tomorrow, a week tomorrow on the 18th of October, I am uploading a video giving you guys as much information as I can. First of all, when we're going to be streaming, what we're going to be doing in the stream, the different tasks, the different giveaways that we're going to be doing, and also what type of games I'm going to be playing. If you guys want me to answer something that you are, maybe you've got a question that you'd like to ask me about the live stream, maybe you'd like to ask what I'm going to be doing, drop a comment down below on this video, and at the end of it, use hashtag livestream. I'll put it on screen again, and then in the video that I put up on the 18th, I will go over the questions from this video that you guys might want to ask, whether it's, what time I'm starting. Obviously, there's a lot of questions that I'm going to be going over anyway, the usual questions of, like, when I'm starting, when I'm finishing, prizes, giveaways, stuff like that. But if there's something in particular you'd like to ask me, drop a comment down below, use the hashtag livestream, and I will certainly, in that video when I record it, which will be, I think, next Monday, so in about 4 or 5 days time, I'll record the video to go up on the 18th of October, and then I can obviously look back at this video and answer any questions you guys have. I also want to quickly touch up on the green screen behind me. Unfortunately, towards the probably last 5 or 10 minutes in the last episode, you guys seen the green screen move back across, and unfortunately, you could see a little bit of background. I can only apologise over that. I didn't mean for that to happen. At the moment, the green screen kind of rests against the chair, so if I move, the green screen moves with me, which works well because as I swing to the left or I swing to the right, the green screen comes with me. The only problem is, this happened, as you can see there now, the background from the room behind me appears when the green screen moves. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on that, guys. I am going to look to Velcro the green screen to my chair, so as I move, it always stays with me. But unfortunately, the shape of the green screen, if it leans one way too much, it's just going to roll, and unfortunately, the background is going to appear. I can only apologise over that, but I am certainly looking at different ways of improving the green screen. First of all, probably sticking it to the back of my chair with Velcro, and secondly, I'm looking at getting some lighting very soon to brighten me up so the green screen doesn't have dark patches over here and dark patches down here, so you don't see any fuzziness. But regardless, guys, let's get on with today's episode. I'm excited to see what happens. We do know right now that Jordan Henderson and Sadio Mane are joint top goal scorers with Alexandre Lacazette from Arsenal on 5. I'm sure one of them is going to find a goal in today's episode. But up next, we do have Spurs coming to Anfield. I'm excited for this game. I'm pumped for it. The way we're playing against top 6 teams right now, I'm excited. I'm thinking, I'm hopeful for it. Let me just check, actually. Was the media gathering there? Let me just check. For the first time in a long time, there's no press conference. That'll do me, though, because it takes out a little bit off the video. I'm sure there's probably going to be a post-match interview, which we'll certainly get involved in. It's against one of the top 6, and I think it's going to be an incredible game. I'm looking forward to seeing the lineup that Spurs do put out. I'm thinking Eriksen, Son, Dele Alli, Harry Kane. They're going to be difficult to defend against, but in the recent couple of episodes, we're defending well. We're keeping clean sheets, and we're also scoring plenty of goals. But the lineup we are putting out is Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with the top goal scorer at Liverpool right now, Jordan Henderson, in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got a not fully fit Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then at the back, Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip and Trent. You can see that Van Dijk, unfortunately, isn't fully fit. If we get ahead by half-time, I will look at giving Van Dijk a little bit of a rest. He's absolutely getting cream crackered right now. He's playing every single game. We're pushing him to play 90 minutes a pop, and unfortunately with the days in between games, he's not getting back to full fitness, and we don't want to risk that, because a little tip for you guys, if you do play players that aren't fully fit, especially how Van Dijk looks right now and any less than that, there's a chance they'll pick up an injury, and that is not what we want to our main number 4 at the back of Virgil van Dijk. And then of course we've got Alisson between the sticks. Let's get into this game against Spurs. We're at Anfield, the home fans behind us. Let's give them a show. And let's give you guys plenty of highlights to watch at home. Big game against the London club, Spurs. I'm excited for this. I like playing the top 6 at the moment. We've killed Manchester United twice. We knocked them out of the Carabao Cup. We also killed them off in the Premier League. Spurs, there's definitely Harry Kane playing. There's Christian Eriksen. Not sure on the other 2 players, but we do know that unfortunately there is a glitch that doesn't allow the CPU, or the AI, the computer, to always start the best starting 11. Now, obviously, I know that, you know, if Dele Alli wasn't in the team, it could be the fact that Spurs have sold him. I'm not too sure. Hugo Lloris is not between the sticks by the looks of it. But again, they could have sold Hugo Lloris. I'm guessing it's Gazaniga between the sticks. But I could be wrong again. You don't know what players have been sold from Spurs. We also don't know what players have been bought, but we certainly know Dele Alli, Eriksen and Harry Kane are on the pitch. Let's get this first half kicked off with Bobby Firmino. Let's control the ball nicely, play the passes in behind, keep possession, and hopefully have some decent goals in this first half for you guys. To Fabinho. Fabinho now coming forward, going into Henderson. Henderson going to take a touch and play it out wide now to Mo Salah, who wants to come forward. Mo Salah potentially got the better of Sanchez here on the inside now, playing it to Sadio Mane. Big save there from Whiteman, trying to follow it up with Bobby, and unfortunately it is going to be pulled back, and he was offside. It must have been close. We didn't score from it anyway. Sadio Mane coming into a great position into the middle of the box. Oh, it's close. I mean, it is really close. We did have a call in the last episode where the offside wasn't offside. I zoomed in on it, and the line was going between the legs of the player and wasn't on the furthest foot away. Play it back now to Bobby. There's Dele Alli again on the ball, coming forward now. Let's go Henderson. Ball slotted in behind for Eriksen. Big save there from one man between the sticks, Alisson. Poch trying to get his players going. They haven't had a great start at all. We've only been playing for 23 minutes, and that was their first attempt on goal. Ball into the middle, cleared away. Alisson's all over that one. Markham, let's just get in at half-time at 0-0, and I'll be happy, and we'll think of what players we need to bring in, think of tactics that we may need to change. Here is Bowden. Ball down now to Ericsson. Come on, Manny. Ball now going to come in. Trent's all over that one. Let's play it out for Fabinho to Mo Salah. Mo Salah looking to play it up to Bobby. The referee's not going to let us have one final counter-attack, and he's going to play for half-time at Anfield. We've certainly been the better team. We have playing the ball around. We just, right now, from the midfield to the front three, we just don't have that final product. I feel like Genie's having a very, very quiet game, but with Genie having full fitness right now, or not too bad with his fitness, he started with full fitness, should I say, I am going to play exactly the same team in this second half. I'm only going to play till about the 55th minute, and then we're going to look at bringing someone on for Genie that can bring a little bit more flair in the midfield, whether that's Bruno Fernandes, whether that's Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Bring one of them on to play in Genie's position. Hopefully, we'll be able to feed that ball through to Mo Salah, Bobby Firmino and Mane. And hopefully, it's only a matter of time before we do find that very important game. It's 0-0 against Spurs. They are one of the top 6 teams. With Harry Kane kicking us off in the second half, let's get it underway. If we can find a goal in the next 10 minutes, great. If not, we need to start looking at making some subs and changing things up. Let's go, Mo. Let's go, Bobby. Gino Wijnaldum now come forward to put this pressure on Dele Alli. Keep the pressure on here, lads. Nicely done. Gino going to play it in here to Bobby Firmino. Slot home. The mistake from Dele Alli gives the ball to Gino Wijnaldum, who I just said isn't doing too much getting the ball forwards to the front three. He, in fact, intercepts the ball and then plays it straight into the path of Bobby Firmino, who bends it between Whiteman and Sanchez at the back. It's a beautiful goal from Bobby Firmino. Slots it between the centre-back and the keeper, and we have now taken the lead. 1-0 up. I think we'll still look at making some changes in the next coming minutes. Let's go with Shaqiri out wide. Shaqiri wanting to go here. Shaqiri potentially may get the better of Sanchez. He has done. Sanchez has slid in. That's a massive risk here. We've got plenty of Liverpool players in the middle. Little dink in. Looking for Mane towards the back post. It's a terrible shot from Mane. Edwards. Over the top. Come on, lads. It's only 1-0 here. We've got to be careful. Here's Marsh. Ball into the middle. Why have we not gone for it? It's 1-1. I can't even watch Harry Kane go and celebrate with Pochettino. We're potentially about to drop 2 points here. Right at the end of the game, we're just going to have to run at Spurs here. Let's go, Ox. Ox going to ping one over the top there to Sadio Mane. Is he going to be onside? He is going to be. No, he's offside. It's Mane. Ball into the middle for Fabinho. We're not going to get the chance. A 90-minute goal from Harry Kane. We played so well as well. That is the disappointing thing. I'm sure when we see the match facts. Oh, I mean, look at that. The highlights of a save, a goal, and a goal. So not many highlights. Maybe I'm wrong. It maybe felt like we dominated the game. No, we did dominate the game. 3 shots for Spurs, 2 on target. We had 6 shots, 5 on target. Genie picking up man of the match with an 8.4. That's pretty low. I always like my players to get man of the match with an 8.6 or above. So an 8.4 kind of says that the fact we took Genie off, although we did get the assist, we did take Genie off because it felt like he wasn't doing enough. We'll have to see what the media are going to ask in the post-match interview. But if there's a question, do we deserve a draw? No, we fully deserve a win. Alright, it's question time.
Have you time for a few questions?
You can ask a few questions. There's only going to be 3 though, because EA only allow 3. Liverpool, in fact, we'll just skip that. Will your unbeaten streak continue? Yeah, the streak will continue. I think to drop points against Spurs, we dropped 2 points. We shouldn't have. Bad defender. I thought Alisson was going to come for the ball. Unfortunately, he didn't. What did you think of the late equaliser? I expect more from our defence. We can do better. That is football, especially when you play FIFA. We know that the 90-minute sweats and the 45th minute sweats always tend to happen. 2 evenly matched teams and no clear winner. Any comments? We should have won. I don't agree with that. I'm glad we disagree with it. I feel that we had a stronger team and the boys should have won. I agree.
That'll be all, thank you.
No problem. Thanks for the questions. We certainly should have won that game in my opinion. But regardless, we move on to the next match, which is a Carabao Cup game against Barnsley FC in just 2 days' time. It's a little bit of a strange request from Nathaniel Klein, which we'll look over just a minute. A couple of days ago, he messaged me. In fact, we'll just do it now. Let's go and take a look at the first message he sent me. He said, "Boss, there were plenty of opportunities, but you never gave me a shot. You made me feel like I don't belong here." Now, he'd never texted me before that. He hadn't said, "Boss, any chance I can play in this game?" So I replied with, "Like your hunger for the game, keep your head up, and I'm sure you'll prove yourself when the time comes." He's now texted me saying, "Hey boss, any chance I could get some game time in the up and coming match?" He's never asked that before, so it's strange for him to say there were plenty of opportunities, unless he's just sat there thinking, could have played in that game, could have played in that game. In reality, yeah, okay, we have played Trent a lot at right back. I think that maybe he's getting a bit frustrated. We've also played Hoover at right back ahead of Nathaniel Klein, but Kleiny is going to start in today's episode, so I'll give you a chance. So as long as you play well, Klein, there's no reason why you can't get into today's starting lineup. You are going to be playing against Barnsley. If he plays well, he'll obviously potentially get ahead of Hoover, but Hoover has been playing some unbelievable football at right back for us recently. But let's go ahead and get into this game against Barnsley. We've got another team here to potentially knock out of the Carabao Cup. We've already knocked some decent teams out like Manchester United of the Carabao Cup. Can we potentially, well, I would have thought, we will be knocking out Barnsley, and this is the lineup we are putting out. We've got Ryan Kent out on the left wing, Divock Origi at striker, Shaqiri out on the right wing, Bruno Fernandes linking up with James Milner in the central midfield, Chiravella a little deeper in the central defensive midfield, and then Max Vandenberg, Gomez and Klein at the back with Adrian between the sticks. Bruno Fernandes' second start for Liverpool. We're excited to see what he can do. Kudo the creator said free Bruno Fernandes, so I'm guessing that means play him a little bit more. He's starting against Barnsley. Hopefully, we can do them over, knock them out of the Carabao Cup, and bag ourselves a place in the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. I do like playing the youngsters in the Carabao Cup, and of course, we will be playing them in the FA Cup. It really gives them a chance to shine in front of you guys, shine in front of me, MassiveBrad, the manager. They really need to get out there and play well. You know, Milner getting into the team for the first time this season, Klein getting in the first team this season, and I'm very excited to see Bruno Fernandes because I'm thinking he's got an assist. I think he's yet to score, could be wrong, but I think he's yet to score a Liverpool goal. So it would be nice if he could start home against Barnsley and start getting into his scoring ways. I didn't buy him for goals, I bought him for his flair and technique in the midfield. But it would be nice if he could start scoring as Barnsley do get us kicked off in this first half period. Let's get it underway. Milner coming forwards. Go into Divock. Divock out wide now to Bruno Fernandes. Through behind for Ryan Kent, who's coming forwards. Ryan Kent going to cut this back. Nicely done. Go into the middle now for Fernandes. Lay it off now to Shaqiri. 1-0. Well, Bruno Fernandes has got himself an assist. I think that is his second assist. But I didn't expect Shaqiri to come in out of nowhere and bang that one home, but he does. And little Shaq has put us 1-0 up against Barnsley. Beautiful bit of football here. Ryan Kent into Bruno Fernandes, into Shaqiri, onto his stronger left foot, and he buries it in the top left corner. Barnsley were playing well in the first 5-6 minutes. I think we're probably going to have knocked their confidence now. Let's play a short here from Van Berg to Gomez. Gomez over now to Kent, who's going to turn his man. Ryan Kent now coming forward, he's going to pull this back. Ryan Kent looks at slotting home. And again, Ryan Kent makes it 2-0. This is going to be a cricket score. Fair play, Ryan Kent, who does the Dybala celebration. He cuts in nicely, takes a finesse, takes a deflection off the defender. The keeper's already dived for it. It falls back to him on his left foot. And he volleys that one into the roof of the net. Great goal from Ryan Kent. He's playing very well, considering he's the backup to Sadio Mane. We did bring in, or will be bringing in, David Neres in January. Ryan Kent is putting a great performance right now. We will potentially look at bringing some Liverpool loanies back in January as well, like Harry Wilson and also potentially Ben Woodburn, but we'll look at that in January. Keep him on, nicely done. Nathaniel Klein takes it off him. Here's Milner. Milner up to Divock. Go on Shaqiri. Shaqiri laying off him here. Here comes Shaqiri onto his left foot. Goes near post. Shaqiri's got 2. 24 minutes and it's 3-0. Guys, sit down, grab the popcorn. This is going to be an incredible game to watch. This, I kid you not, is going to be 6 or 7-0. I'm telling you guys now. Xherdan Shaqiri with the near post. The keeper should do a lot better. Shaqiri on his left foot, slots it down low. Beats the keeper between his hand and the post. Let's play it back up now to Divock. Divock to Bruno Fernandes. A little bit of skill for Bruno Fernandes. Going to look at hit one on the edge of the box. Big save from Walton, and Bruno Fernandes nearly opens his Liverpool scoring account with a fabulous roulette between two players, and then a beautiful Ben finesse shot. Looking for that bottom right corner. Let's look for Divock here at the near post. Ball in. Divock Origi from the corner. Cleared out. Gomez is there. Onto the roof of the net. I was waiting for that. I was thinking that was going to be a Divock Origi and a Virgil van Dijk against Everton in real life. Van Dijk hit it up high, comes down, hits the crossbar, and Divock heads home. Unfortunately, it was onto the roof of the net and not the crossbar. Win that, Max. Nicely done. Here's Milner. He's going to take it down. And unfortunately, we're not going to get one final attack before the referee blows for a half-time whistle. 3-0. I mean, we scored another 3 in the second half. It's 6-0, but I honestly think that Barnsley are now going to start to tire. I think at the back, they're going to start to struggle. And I think this is where we really capitalise on getting Shaqiri, Origi and Kent in behind. And I think Bruno Fernandes had a great half as well. And I'm sure he's potentially going to get on the score sheet in today's game. But let's go ahead and get the second half kicked off with Divock Origi. Ryan Brewster. Ryan dancing. Nicely done, Ryan. Go on, son. Go, 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 go. Play it back now to Naby Keita. Through there to Shaqiri. Beautiful. Shaqiri on for his hat-trick. I'd like it. I'm going to play it inside and not be selfish. Ball into Naby Keita. Is he going to head home? Oh, how have they kept that one out? Ball kicked out, win the header Gomez. Oh, he's been beaten there, that's a problem. Sepp van Berg, he's got 3 players here. He's basically 1 on 3. Go on. Nicely done, Sepp. Nicely done indeed. Well defended. Pulling it back. On the inside now to Bruno Fernandes. Onto his right foot. Referee. Bruno Fernandes going to fight for it back. Cutting it back onto his right foot. Looks to bend the one. Oh, it's off the post. Oh, Bruno Fernandes, for your skill that you've brought to this game, you deserve that, man. You deserved it. Flicking on backwards, Bruno. Good lad. Philip Max now going out wide to Divock. Inside to Rian. Laying it off now to Bruno. Bruno Fernandes coming forward. He deserves this. Bruno Fernandes onto his left foot. Finally, Bruno Fernandes scores. And what a beautiful bit of skill he honestly brings to this Liverpool team. We were looking for the next Philippe Coutinho as such in the midfield. The player with flair, technique, skill. Look at this. Nice little chop back onto his left foot. Doesn't matter whether it's right foot, left foot. Beautiful goal. And Bruno Fernandes scores his first Liverpool goal to take it to 4-0 with 2 minutes to go. We might be able to get it to 5-0. But it's been a very, very comfortable one-sided game. Slide in there. Good lad Gomez. And there we go. Referee has blown his full-time whistle. We didn't quite get to the 6 or 7-0 I thought we would. But still, a 4-0 victory over Barnsley. I know it's only Barnsley. We did play a rotated team. I tell you what, there was a few players that really, really stood out for me there. One, Xherdan Shaqiri, proven why he's up there and should be competing at that right wing position for Mo Salah. When Shaqiri gets a chance, he's really got to show us why he deserves to be playing in some of these games. Ryan Kent again out on the other wing. Divock Origi, a little quiet today, a little bit disappointing with him. Bruno Fernandes, what a star, what a talent. Took on plenty of players with roulettes, with finesse shots, with cutbacks, with Ronaldo chops. He was absolutely stunting out there on the field today. And the other man that surprised me was Sepp van Berg. He played very well at the centre-back position. He's really tall, he was tough. And when he was 1 on 3, or 3 against 1, he dropped back just enough to get a flick on the ball as the ball was played in. Looking for the sweaty goal, he gets his heel on it. And he defended it well, so fair play to those players. We will not get into this post-match interview, see what the media have got to say. Realistically, it was an absolute whitewash. 15 shots, 9 on target. Xherdan Shaqiri gets man of the match with a 9.3 rating. Congratulations, Xherdan Shaqiri. And let's see what the media have to say.
Can we just grab a minute of your time for a few questions?
You can grab a minute of time, but make them decent questions. So, remarkable performance from Shaqiri today. What are your thoughts? Yeah, impressive, a very impressive performance from Shaqiri. Would have liked it if we could have got his hat-trick, but a brace. He's proven why when Mo Salah isn't fit, that's the way we need to go. Congratulations on your resounding victory today. Did you expect to win against Barnsley? Of course we did. This is a sample of what we should be playing every game. We need to keep cool. All the credit to the lads. Yeah, that's a sample of what we should be doing every game. Regardless of the opponent, we should be dominating the ball, playing good balls in behind, keeping possession, and especially getting teams on the counters. That a comfortable win after 4 goals scored today. Do you think the game could have gone another way? Yeah, we could have scored more, and that is the honest truth. I mean, 15 shots, 9 on target. We only scored 4 from those 9. We probably should have buried 6 or 7.
Thanks very much.
You're very welcome. Do you guys like it when I kind of answer the question myself and not just go for the question that has been given? Because I could just sit here and not read anything out to you guys. But I think sometimes when I get asked the question, actually answering it as the manager of Liverpool, it gives it a little bit more depth, a little bit more personal touch to it. So let me know down below, do you guys enjoy doing that? Let's go ahead and see what Klein has to say. Happy you kept your promise, boss. It's a great feeling to help the team win. Yeah, great job. Klein did play well at right back. Another player that played very well, but a few that certainly stood out for me and really made an impact in that game. So as usual, guys, I'll now advance all the way to the Villa game. If there's any player development to do, if any emails come in, we'll look at it when we get to the Villa game. We currently still stand top of the Premier League. We're still a point ahead of Chelsea. Chelsea played their 9th game and did manage to get a win, still sticking 1 point behind us. Hopefully by the time we get to the Villa game, they'll have played their 10th game. Arsenal and Aston Villa have also only played 9 games, so Aston Villa's game against us next will only be their 10th game. This will in fact be our 11th game, but it means we could potentially finish today's episode still top of the Premier League. Right, and up next, we've got the newly promoted team, Aston Villa, and as if we didn't want to win it already, there's even more insight to go on to win it, and that is the fact that Chelsea had played 9 games and had 22 points. They've now played 10 games and still stand on 22 points. So we've played the same amount. We're currently 1 point clear on second position Chelsea. We need to beat Villa, and if we do beat them, regardless of Chelsea winning, drawing or losing, we will be ending today's episode still top of the Premier League. If Chelsea win, it'll be by a point. If Chelsea draw, it'll be by 3. And if they lose, it'll be by 4, and I think that is a great way to finish today's episode. We do now have an out-and-out current Premier League scorer leader, and that is Milik from Chelsea. Henderson, Lacazette and Mane joint second on 5 goals. Hopefully Henderson or Mane can get on the score sheet against Villa. We have now also got the usual starting 11 back fully fit after we did play the kids against Barnsley FC in the Carabao Cup, which means hopefully the game against Villa should be a walk in the park with the starting 11. We've gone with Sadio Mane out on the left wing, Bobby Firmino at striker, Salah out on the right wing, Gino Wijnaldum linking up with Jordan Henderson in the central midfield. A little deeper, we've got Fabinho in the central defensive midfield, and then Robertson, Van Dijk, Matip and Trent at the back, with Alisson between the sticks. I'm excited for this game. It's a simulated one. We started off today's episode a little bit iffy. We were 1-0 up against Spurs. We had our confidence knocked a little bit, unfortunately, when Harry Kane scored in like the 91st or 92nd minute, which was a little bit heartbreaking. We're still on a win streak. We bounced back in the Carabao Cup against Barnsley and absolutely dominated them. Probably could have doubled our scoreline if we'd have had a few more shots on goal. Hopefully, we can end today's episode on a high as well with getting the win away from home to Aston Villa. As you guys know, as we're advancing at the players warm-up, we're not going to get a minute-by-minute countdown. It's just going to jump straight to the score, and we do manage to beat Aston Villa 2-1. Mane scores in the 30th minute. Bruno Fernandes comes on for Gino Wijnaldum in the 46th. Ryan Kent come on at striker for Bobby Firmino. That's a bit of a strange one. Lansbury then scored for Aston Villa in the 68th minute, taking it back to 1-1. Mo Salah wasn't happy with that, so only a minute later, pretty much from kickoff from the Aston Villa goal, Mo Salah goes and scores, and then we do go on to get the victory 2-1 over Aston Villa. Great result there. A little bit concerned as to why the assistant manager, who makes the changes in these simulated games, brought Ryan Kent on for Bobby Firmino. Maybe we shifted Salah or Mane to striker and we played Kent out on one of the wings. I'm hoping that's the case because I certainly don't want Ryan Kent playing at striker. But regardless, we get the win. Let's get back to the Central and hopefully Chelsea drop some points. Right guys, and here we are back at the Central for the final time in today's episode. I've now advanced all the way to the next game in the next episode. We are taking on St. Pat's, who are currently down bottom of our group. We've played 3. We've played PSG, Napoli and St. Pat's. We've had all 3 wins. And I am very tempted to play this game against St. Pat's because if we get the win, taking us up to 12 points, we should be able to simulate the next 2 games against PSG and Napoli because regardless of the outcome, we should get through the group stages and in to the knockout stages. So I am very tempted to play the St. Pat's game. What we will do now, as usual, is we'll go over to the calendar and take a look at the games in the next episode, see if there's any more important ones. So we've got St. Pat's in the group stage of the Champions League for the first game. We then have Manchester City coming to Anfield to play in the Premier League. And then the last game is going to be against Crystal Palace away from home. I think with all that being said, I think we will simulate the game against St. Pat's because I think we should get the win. We need to play the game against City, and we need to play the game against Crystal Palace, because we are still challenging Chelsea right now, which we'll take a look at just a moment to see if Chelsea did drop any more points. It's also the fact our next game is then PSG, and I feel like you guys would rather me play PSG than simulate it, and you'd rather me simulate the St. Pat's game rather than play it. So within the next episode, it may well change by the time we get to the next episode, guys. And if you agree or disagree with me, as I've said many occasions, drop a comment down below saying, do you know what, Brad? No, play St. Pat's, because if you get the win, you know, you're guaranteed to get through to the next stages. Or if you think we shouldn't play St. Pat's, again, let me know. But I'm thinking you guys would rather see me play PSG, so we could simulate the game against St. Pat's. If we get the win, great, we're in an even better position to then come up against PSG in the following episode. But simulate St. Pat's, play Manchester City, and then, of course, play Crystal Palace. Now, something I want to show you guys before we end on today's episode. It's a little bit mad, this, but the way you guys probably get it all the time, the way your brain works is sometimes when you're reading something, your brain will throw a word in there or change a word to make it make sense. You can see here that Lovren sent me a text, and it was, boss, I may not be the first name on the team sheet, but I feel I should be getting some more playtime. To me, that makes complete sense. My reply, though, so I'll read it how it's wrote, and you guys have probably already spotted it. I expect this kind of attitude when I give you a chance, so you can prove me I need to play you more. Sorry. So you can prove me. So you can prove me. I mean, it is basic English, so I'm not sure why EA can't get this correct. But if you look at that sentence, I expect this kind of attitude when I give you a chance, so you can prove me. Prove me. I read it, I expect this kind of attitude when I give you a chance, so you can prove to me that I need to play you more. There needs to be two words in there. So you can prove to me that I need to play you more. So you can prove me I need to play you more makes no sense. So, well done, EA. Basic English there, so you can prove me. Not poke me, prove me. What can I say? EA. Anyway, before we end today's episode, the last thing we want to do... Wow, Jordan Henderson is joint top at the moment with Stuani and Lukaku for top goal scorers in the Premier League. He's got five in the Premier League, and he's got 3 in Champions League. 8 goals. Unbelievable. But what I want to do is I want to check the Premier League before we end today's episode. I want to see if Chelsea drop any more points. They unfortunately didn't. So they are still currently 1 point behind us. Goal difference right now, we're absolutely killing teams. You've got Arsenal on plus 11. Chelsea are on plus 10. We're on plus 21, so we are scoring plenty of goals. We've also, by the looks of it, got the best defensive record in the league. The bottom 3 teams currently are Wolverhampton Wanderers, Southampton and Sheffield United. Apologies there, Lee. Southampton are currently in the relegation zone. But this is what I like to see. I've seen so many creators where in the bottom 5... Manchester City there, Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool, but obviously we're controlling Liverpool, Leicester, Chelsea. There's so many teams that are down there that shouldn't be. I would say from 13 to 20 in the positions in the Premier League. That is about right. Brighton, Palace, Norwich, West Ham, Watford, Wolves, Southampton, Sheffield United. Maybe I'd like to see Wolves and Southampton a little higher. Burnley mid-table, yeah, Everton mid-table. Okay, Manchester United are a little bit low right now, but we have dominated them twice, so they're playing poorly at the moment. Leicester City, Aston Villa and Newcastle are probably a little bit too high. Probably need to be a little bit lower down. Bournemouth, to be fair, Bournemouth have smashed it in the FIFA 19 career mode at Southampton and also the last season at Liverpool. Bournemouth finished in a Champions League position in both of those career modes. So Bournemouth, Eddie Howe and his team are absolutely smashing it. But we will start off the next episode facing off against St. Pat's. We will attend the press conference, and I am excited for the next episode. In fact, to be honest with you guys, I'm excited to sit down and constantly keep recording because for me, this Liverpool career mode is absolutely outstanding. I'm enjoying it. You guys seem to be enjoying it. I'm getting lovely comments saying that you love the videos. Great videos. I appreciate all those comments. Keep them coming, guys. But that is going to do it for today's episode. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this with your friends and family. And I've been MassiveBrad. Peace out.